What's up, replay viewers? Let's see who tunes on in. Jen from the great state of Minnesota, first one in the room, and Sebastian Echkavera, welcome. Good to see you, Darren in Northern Ireland, welcome. And Activity 79's watching from Sweden, welcome. Good to see you, Dan Harsman, welcome. And Ramona in North Carolina, welcome. Good to see you, Land Rover and Chiledean, smoke 'em if you got 'em. Good to see you, Michelle King and Sunshine After the Rain, welcome. Good to see you, Gail and Tom Frank Cohen in Tucson, Arizona, welcome. Good to see you, Dave Jeffries in Niagara Falls, welcome. And good day, Mel, out there in Australia. Good to see you there, Mel. Good to see you there, Sally Sipico and Vilitia Cozy, welcome. Happy Sunday. With all my stuff, yes. I'm here with all my stuff. Good to see you, Donna Lynn, welcome. And Bagels and Walks. Good to see you, Bagels and Walks. Everyone follow Bagels and Walks. A great live streamer from the Upper East Side. Good to see you, Paula Boyd, welcome. And Arjan, welcome. Good to see you, Jade24, welcome. And Robin, welcome. Good to see you, JJ, welcome. And Sandra Ann, welcome. I hope you're doing well, Sandra Ann. Buy the book, welcome. Ken Junge, welcome. Kendall Arawak, welcome. And Stitchin' with Sue in northeastern Pennsylvania, welcome. Welcome to St. George, Staten Island. Well, we're about to circumnavigate the island of Staten Island. Good to see you, Barbara, welcome. Good to see you, Reggie Jafari, welcome. Yasu from Greece, Yasu. Just saw the 343 pass. Don't know where it went. Maybe we'll get it when we pull out. Well, welcome to the Staten Island Ferry Terminal. And today, we are gonna go, let's see if I can show you this, around Staten Island. Look at that. We're gonna go around the island of Staten Island. I don't think anyone has ever done this on YouTube or on a live stream. So this is gonna be pretty cool. Nadine Smith, good to see you, welcome. Obviously, once the tour guide gets talking here, I'm gonna be quiet so you guys can hear the tour guide. And I'm gonna do my best to show you guys what the tour guide is describing as we make our way around Staten Island today. Ken Junge, thank you so much for having being a member at Dutch Miles Plus for the last 3 months. Thanks for having faith in me as a content creator. Appreciate it. Thanks for sponsoring the channel. Thanks to all the channel members. This broadcast is brought to us in stunning 1080. So thank you. Definitely an adventure today. Good to see you, Dave, down there in the great state of Georgia. Welcome. Everybody's checking on in. Everyone, hit that like button. Hit that like button so more people can find this nonsense. And today is some good nonsense today. As we look across towards Brooklyn. I just got off that boat. Beautiful, beautiful day here in New York City. Oh my goodness. Perfect conditions to circumnavigate Staten Island. Good to see you, Micah, back home. Welcome. Good to see everybody, people. Going to have a departure of 11 o'clock this morning, or a little after 11. Good to see you, Phyllis, welcome. And Jeanette Trainer out there in Glasgow, welcome. Absolutely, JJ, absolutely. Very sad. Yeah, Paula Boyd. I didn't know that either until John Lord told me, and I think John Lord is on the boat. I'm not going to bother him, but we'll see. We'll say hi to John Lord in a few minutes once we get going, no doubt. But the Lighthouse Museum, the National Lighthouse Museum, puts on these tours, and so I had no idea they did these boat tours. So this is the first time anyone on YouTube has ever circumnavigated Staten Island. Should be a good one today. And I think the tour is going to last about 3 hours. And we're going to get some great views of the city and Staten Island today. Good to see we're going to see a boat graveyard and stuff. We're going to go underneath some bridges. It's going to be pretty cool. $60, boss. $60. Good to see you, Colleen. Welcome. Looking forward to it. Me too. Me too, Paula. Me too. I mean, we really couldn't have gotten better conditions for this tour here today. So absolutely perfect conditions. Yeah, news to me too, Ramona. News to me too. Neboul, bienvenue in the south of France. Everybody follow Neboul, a great live streamer from the Bay of Saint-Tropez in the south of France. Good to see you there, Neboul. Bienvenue. Good to see everybody in the chat. Bay Ridge is right over there. My other apartment. Good to see you, John. Good morning. This is beyond cool. I mean, this is a first. I looked all over YouTube this morning to see if anyone has ever videoed this, and nobody has ever videoed this. Nobody's ever live streamed this, so we're doing lots of firsts today. Good to see you, Arjan. I hope you're feeling better. I hope you're feeling better, Arjan. Good to see you. Din Din in Trinidad. Good to see you, Din Din. Hope you're doing well. Good morning. It's going to be fantastic today as we make our way around Staten Island. You know, people have done the Circle Line cruise where you go around Manhattan Island, but never around Staten Island. George Rucker, good to see you, and Luis Enrique, bom dia, Brazil. Welcome. No, Staten Island's really an island, boss. Look, I'll show you. It's really an island. You know, New York City's an archipelago. It's a series of islands. But yeah, we're gonna go around Staten Island. So it is an island. It is an island. Water surrounding it completely. Gonna be pretty cool. Good to see you, Cliff Padilla. Welcome. Good to see you, Charles. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. Staten Island Ferry making its way out to Manhattan. But this is a first. It's going to be a good one today. We've got a perfect weather conditions today. Can't get any better than this. And our Mike with a $5 super chat. Our Mike, thank you so much for the very generous $5 super chat. Thank you so much for joining today's $5 club. Much appreciated. Thanks for sponsoring my bagel this morning. Thank you so much, Mike, with the big $5 super chat. Much appreciated. Lovely way to spend the day. Can't get better weather conditions than this. It's a 3-hour tour, Jen. That's right. About. A boot, as the Canadians say. But could not get any better weather than this today. But this is a first. One long one, two short. One long one, three short ones. Means that we're gonna get ready to back up. Doing great, Arjan. Got great weather, and we are pushed off right on time. Right at 11 o'clock. So let's see which way we're gonna go. Are we gonna go up the Van Kull, or are we gonna go down through the Narrows? Let's see. It all depends on the tides. Now there's gonna be a tour guide speaking momentarily, and once the tour guide starts speaking, I'll be quiet so you guys could hear the tour guide. Free to laugh now out there in San Francisco, waking up really early with me. Good morning. Beautiful day activity, 79, beautiful day. Look at the Staten Island Ferry, the Empire outlets. And if we go up the Van Kull, we're gonna see the stubs of the New York wheel. Oh, we gotta have a beautiful view of the 343 here in a moment. Fireboat 343, named after the 343 firemen who passed away on September 11, 2001. The hull of that ship made from reclaimed steel from the World Trade Center. Beautiful shot of the 343 right there. I don't need Dramamine. So off in that direction would have been the New York wheel. Let's see where we're gonna go here. I think we're gonna do the. Are we gonna do the Narrows, or are we gonna do the Kill Van Kull? Let's see. Or are we going out to Statue of Liberty? I think we might be going out to Statue of Liberty. Let's see here.
We're probably gonna go out to.
So Bayonne, the port of Bayonne, right over there, and then that weird golf course in Bayonne, New Jersey. Off in that direction. Loving the trip already. Good to see awesome JJ. Good to see your Rouge show. Oh my goodness, there he is.
Let me know if you
I
need
don't know how
help.
about it.
You push that
John,
button.
you push that button.
Don't push that
No,
button.
I'll push the big red one.
No, don't push that one. Push that button.
Everybody telling me about
Is
this.
this great?
This is, I looked all over YouTube. Nobody has done this. So this is a first. So thank you, John. Appreciate it, man.
I got a present for you.
All right.
All right.
Okay. We're gonna tuck on in here. We're gonna just get ready here for our little 3-hour journey.
Good.
This is fantastic. What a morning. Oh my God. This is gonna be a great morning. Hit that like button, everybody.
Oh, thanks. You get that pony? He's a guy who makes them. End of the line and wide.
That's right.
What's that? That's end of the line and wide. Sure, got great stuff. That would be the train station. Pony, yeah. He's on Instagram? Yeah, you can find him on Instagram.
Watching, you wish you was home. Well, you know what, Archon, at least you're watching. Just enjoy it. And you can always watch on the replay on the TV.
They left it to,
Okay, let me see. I think I have a list on here. As we look at Robin's Reef. Robin's Reef, you're looking at right over there. Yeah, I think we're going at the statue. Everybody. So we're going to get Statue of Liberty views this morning. And this boat is smooth like butter. Some of our cruise ships dock here. Oh my God, Activity 79. We haven't even got to the good stuff yet. I mean, we're going to see some real YouTube before.
we took that ship, went down to Bermuda.
As we look at Robin's Reef right now.
Ships are right over there.
Port of Bayonne right beyond it. And the giraffes of Bayonne off in the background over there. A lot of the shipping industry that got pushed out of New York City ends up going over to Bayonne, New Jersey. enjoy relaxing, Jen. Enjoy relaxing underneath the covers. Is it cold out there in Minnesota? Activity 79, you're enjoying every second of it? Me too. This is thanks to the channel members. Shout out to all the channel members. And John Laura's right there. John Laura's right there. He's taking pictures, Neville. John Laura's right here, Neville. Everyone's saying hi. Isn't it crazy? Ian, good to see you, Ian. Welcome.
What's that structure?
80s today, nice.
I don't know.
Well, relax in the bed with me.
Is that the reef?
Enjoy the views.
They may have had another lighthouse there one time.
There you go, Enon. Okay, that's actually a fun thing to do on a hot summer day. Yes, it's a nice day out today, Enon. Beautiful day. Oh, we've got a great view of Staten Island right there. As we come around the Robin's Reef. Best spot to go in Staten Island, down Victory Boulevard there, Mike. Well, Mike, we're going to be on the water today. as we look at Robin's Reef. Robin's Reef. John Lore is awesome, Nibble. I think we're just gonna go around Robin's Reef here, maybe. Maybe down. Let's start hitting the Arthur Van Kull now. It's a little windy, a very light breeze, everyone. Very light breeze today. Great view of Staten Island, though. Look at that. Look at that St. George right there. Staten Island Ferry Terminal off in the background over there. JC Droid with a $2 super chat. JC Droid, thank you so much for the very generous $2 super chat. Thank you so much for joining today's $2 club. Much, much, much appreciated. Much, much, much appreciated. Well, Mike, we are doing something that has never been done on YouTube before, which is circumnavigate Staten Island. So we're going to strictly be on the water for this last great view of Verrazano Bridge. Verrazano Bridge, the 8th longest suspension bridge in the world. Longer than the Golden Gate by 62 feet. One of the first bridges in human existence to have to take into account the curvature of the Earth. The towers from the high water mark are 649 feet tall. And at the top, they're roughly 1/8 inch further apart at the top than they are at the bottom. If we were to drain all the water in the Narrows between Brooklyn and Staten Island, the towers would be roughly 1,100 feet tall, or the same height as the Chrysler Building, designed by Hoffman. To the left is going to be Brooklyn, to the right, Staten Island. Terminal up to Snug Harbor already, Mike. So if you could do Victory Boulevard and all that stuff, that'd be pretty cool. Norman Ross, welcome. Amazing engineering. Michelle King with a $10 super chat. Michelle King, thank you so much for the very generous $10 super chat. Thanks so much for joining today's $5 club 2 times today. Much, much, much appreciated. Thanks for sponsoring today's live show. Y'all bought my breakfast, so thank you guys. Thank you. Y'all bought my breakfast. A little windy, yes. The microphone's right now pointed into the wind, so it's going to be a little windy. Don't have microphones set up today. Conditions or circumnavigation around Staten Island. You really get an idea of how long the bridge is from this perspective here. Should have made a graphic for that. The entrance to New York Harbor right there.
famous film of the rat in the subway holding a slice of pizza. Why they decided that was going to bring fans into the park, I can't say, but Yankees would not be used. They took legal action against the entertainment corporation that created the pizza rats, and now they have another name, and it's the Ferry Hawks, which I think is a big improvement. Take a look on the subway at your left side. And you see that building that has the look of Oxford College. That is a beautiful school. It's Curtis High School. Now, Curtis High School
That's your
Curtis was an abolitionist, and the Livingston section of
1903,
Livingston is a part of the Brighton section, and it tended to have a very prestigious people who were of abolitionist orientation. Excuse me, 1 second. Captain Bill informs me that upstairs is fixed. Thank you, Captain Bill. I need to mention, by the way, extremely lucky to have Captain Bill and Jake as our captain.
Yeah, Mike, I was hoping for that name too, Mike.
They're the best. But now, just to get back. So, George Curtis was a well-known abolitionist at the time who lived in Livingston. And he actually married the wife of the man who formed the 54th Massachusetts Regiment, the first one.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. It's a little windy. Good to see you, Mary.
That was Robert Clay Shaw, who originated from Boston, but actually lived for a time in the Livingston section, just sort of
Livingston College we're looking at right now.
See it. I'll leave that area out. And he married Anna Shaw. Anyway, there was a community, very interesting community that Henry David Thoreau and Ralph Waldo Emerson, all of them abolitionists, some were transcendentalists, and they had a very interesting community living around here. And George Curtis eventually was honored with the name of the school. By the way, that is the school that Bobby Thompson, great baseball player for the New York Giants, who hit the famous shot heard round the world against Ralph Breca of the Dodgers in 1951. And he attended that. His nickname was the Staten Island Scot because he actually was born in Scotland. And he was one of the famous graduates of the Curtis High School. Now, we're coming along here. You can see your left side, that big tarpaulin that covers. That's the Atlantic Salt Company. The Atlantic Salt Company is the main
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show.
salt, especially during the winter, when salt is needed for extra traction. The snow.
As we look at the Atlantic Salt Company.
That business has been there since the late 1950s, and they're considered to be a very good citizen of the community. And they've actually helped with the tearing down of a number of buildings that used to block. There's some big plans to improve transportation along this north shore of Staten Island.
Good to see everybody. Enjoy the ride, guys.
Well, you can totally see why we didn't have a bad winter because we have a huge pile of
Van
salt.
Kull. This is the busiest commercial waterway in the New York metropolitan area. The name Kill Van Kull means the river or creek beyond the ridge. Beyond the ridge. Now the ridge that they're talking about are the Palisades. They really begin in Bergen County, where you see on our starboard side, our right side, is the Bayonne. And so Kill Van Kull, which is 1,000 feet wide, 3 miles long, is an extremely important waterway that connects us with Newark Bay and the giant container facilities along both Newark Bay, in Newark and in Elizabeth. And so there's been a lot of deepening of this harbor.
Yes, we're going to go all around Staten Island.
Work done in order to accommodate gigantic container vessels. And the Kill Van Kull is really extremely important in the present day. But here's a good look at this Atlantic salt terminal. It's not being used, obviously during spring and summer, but in the winter this is pretty busy. And if you go to the facility for New York City, it's salt. It's part in New York sanitation is very, very important. Now, the area here, when we see all the trees, it really obscures
Yes, Mike.
Sailors' Snug Harbor. We don't, unfortunately, we can't get the best view of this, but you'll see some buildings that part of the original 55 buildings that comprise Sailors' Snug Harbor, which was a facility that provided support and lovely, beautiful facilities for aged and decrepit men, as it was described, seamen, who were very often alone at the end of their lives. Many of them had not raised families or had families to support. And, seamen play an extraordinarily important role in the history of the United States. It's really the shipping and lighthouses and shipping that got this country off on a solid economic foundation. And so seamen were often in a very difficult position as a result. And Alexander Hamilton understood this very well. And he did really Robert Richard Randall, who helped to build a land here that originally the sailors' facility was going to be Washington Square on the east side of Washington Square, but as that property became so valuable, the legal work was done in 1801, not just a few years before Alexander Hamilton was killed in Newark. And so things were set, but by the 1820s, the property had become so valuable around Washington Square that it was decided, well, they can have a lot more property here, which would indicate their streets, and provide better facilities for the seamen. And so in 1931, this facility opened, and it provided amazing accommodations for these sailors, and accommodations that were really superior in many ways. Men were treated with the utmost dignity. Their nicknames became Snugs. They were Snugs. Everybody was to be addressed as a captain. Brooks Brothers provided 2 new suits for these Snugs every year. Food was excellent. Service was excellent. Originally, it had spaces for several people, but it became clear that by the mid-19th century, over 1,000 were in residence. And the 55 buildings represent the largest collection of Greco-Roman architecture in the United States. And Eventually,
Good
this
to see
facility,
everybody. Welcome to
due
the
to the
show.
fact that there was Social Security,
We're circumnavigating Staten Island today.
Seafaring
The old
jobs.
JFK right there.
Eventually, this facility fell into decay.
The old
by the
Staten Island ferry named
1950s,
JFK.
And it eventually moved over to sea level North Carolina. And in fact, just a few years ago, that facility closed its doors, sure for good. And but it has a great legacy. They had a beautiful church that was modeled after St. Paul's. Unfortunately, that one had been torn down for a whole bunch of structural reasons. But if you've never been to Sailor Snug Harbor, you're in for a tremendous treat. Thank God the buildings were saved in the 1970s. It's become a place for artists and residents. They have a beautiful Buddhist garden. They have all sorts of fantastic facilities. The Staten Island Museum, the Noble Maritime Collection. It's really a wonderful place. And I strongly urge you to visit that if you haven't done so already. Now, just along this shore, a North Shore Railroad, which was part of the system that operates the certain system, Staten Island Railroad system. In 1953, the North Shore line closed. There are still areas where the tracks are very much in evidence. On our side, we can see there are 6 major docks of the Caddell Shipyard. And John Cornett Caddell, who,
Yes, I did bowl up many times.
from Nova Scotia, started this shipyard here.
Welcome on into the show, everybody.
Hopefully they can rebuild it. Get the engines to concrete from the entire engine.
And it is
Neil, I do not know.
facilities in the United States. They repair everything from, as you can see, ferry boats that are being repaired, and ferries, and freighters. Waverly, which sits in the South Street Seaport Museum, is repaired here. When the Peking was sold to the city of Hamburg, Germany,
Ooh, somebody asked me about the Peking yesterday.
over to Hamburg, it was repaired here at the Caddell Dry Dock and Repair Company. It's a great organization. There are great people working here, and I think it's one of those facilities for which Staten Island is duly recognized. It's Staten Island as a maritime facility is extremely important in New York City, and this Caddell Repair Company is part of that. Now you have also docks for the McAllister Tugboat Company, Rainhour, which is a very important repair company. So ships, this is where Red Hook used to be the location for Caddell, but Red Hook became too expensive, didn't have enough land, and there was no land at the end of the 19th century for Caddell to move its operations over here. Now, I haven't said anything on the right side about Bayonne. I would like to say something now about Bayonne. You saw that there were all those storage tanks, and that's part of the International Matex Tank Terminal Corporation. That is a company that stores liquid fuel. And, people in Bayonne are very quick to point out that Bayonne does not refine gas or oil anymore. They used to. They don't do that anymore. Of course, that's a big polluter. What they do is they have these gigantic storage facilities. And the INTT was taken over not so long ago by Macquarie, which is the biggest infrastructural company in the world. They're based in Sydney, Australia. And Bayonne itself is a city of about 70,000 people. I we get home in Pennsylvania, we often come back via Bayonne. And we've watched Bayonne improve and improve over the decades. And it really, I think Bayonne is in a very, very good position right now. Property values are skyrocketing. There's a lot of money coming into Bayonne. Bayonne was established as a township in the 19th century. And in fact, people think that the name Bayonne is due to the fact that it had human origin settling there. That wasn't the case. Bayonne was actually established by developers who thought that Bayonne, which is a lovely French city in the western coast, would help the image of this city as they were developing it as a real estate alternative for people. And it's a little bit like Astoria. Astoria is named after John Jacob Astor, who actually never went to Astoria. They just used his name. And so, in any event, Bayonne developed a very good reputation for as a seaport. A lot of Polish people were attracted after the revolutions of 1848. Irish, a great many Italians, and a lot of people who were involved in maritime activities, and it became a tremendously successful city.
Good to see
As I said, it was a refinery, an Exxon that Standard Oil had operations over 1 year. Highline or something else. I think they were trained back then. And people Archer Daniels Midland, a gigantic agricultural company. And Archer Daniels Midland made a deal with a man named Edgar Sernier. Edgar Sernier is the head of the Tanga Mineral Company, and they stored the uranium, about half of the world's known supply of uranium, over here before World War II. He was anticipating there was going to be a big problem with Hitler, and they knew that they need this uranium facility. So they stored it over here, and the uranium that was stored right by the foot of the Bayonne Bridge was actually the same uranium that was used in both atomic bombs, and probably pretty much on Bill was that uranium that was originally stored here, three of them. And the level of radiation was registered at 200 times the safety level. Now, I mentioned that on a tour one time, and somebody who lived in the area got really mad at me. And I said, look, please don't blame the messenger. I'm just telling you the truth. And it's not pleased. But in any event, they have not reduced the amount of uranium toxicity here. And it's a big problem. It's that front. You just got under the Bayonne Bridge. The Bayonne Bridge was built in 1948, and it was under 1931. And it was at the time the largest steel arch bridge in the world. The San Tiananmen Bridge over the Yangtze River in China is longer. Actually, it's even longer than the Verrazano Bridge. But at the time, this bridge, which was designed by the engineer Hoffman, the favorite engineer of Robert Moses, and it's a way of connecting Staten Island with Bayonne much more effectively than in the past. They used to have a ferry service operating back and forth. Take a look on your right side. You'll see this brown area, and this is a former refinery. On your starboard side, your right side, this is Bergen Point. And Bergen Point, there's a 75-acre area here that used to be owned by Texaco. It is owned to be, it's been planned now for the biggest Hollywood movie studios on the east coast of the United States. And it's actually, I've seen plans for it. It's absolutely beautiful. It's going to be done Art Deco style, white Deco type of things. Very, very stunning. And it's going to be yet another feather in the cap of Bayonne. Now, take a look on your right side. The ferry boat Hart over there used to operate. It's still there. On your left, you see all the green trees. That island is Shooter's Island. Shooter's Island got its name because of the hunting that used to take place, especially geese, in the 17th, 18th century. It was actually a favorite island of George Washington, who was a great hunter. He was one of the best horseback riders and fox hunters in the United States. And Shooter's Island became a very, very important place for Washington after Washington was forced to evacuate New York in 1776. Washington made a very dramatic escape. Roughly where the Brooklyn Bridge is today, his 10,000 strong army was very nearly captured, trapped, destroyed by the British. He managed to escape under a thick fog, and with benefit of a northeast wind and made his way up to Manhattan, and then all the way up, fighting his way up Manhattan, went across the Hudson River, roughly where Fort Lee is, over where Hackensack is, and then made his way down, eventually finding an encampment over in across the Delaware River in Pennsylvania, and then making his famous attack against the Hessian barracks at Trenton. Now, Washington fought the war, but never gave up the idea of retaking New York City. Shooter's Island, which you see on the left here, Shooter's Island was a major center of intelligence operations for Washington. There was a spy ring that Washington organized called the Culper Ring, and it's named after Culpeper, which is the county from which Washington resided. And these had very important spies in operations, and they provided Washington's people with intelligence what was going on in New York City, because Washington never gave up the idea of retaking New York. And there's a particular family that distinguished themselves in this regard from Staten Island, and they were called the Mercio family, and in particular Joshua Mercio, who was pretty close with Washington, and a descendant of his lived in the Bermuda Inn, which I'll be talking about. But in any event, they provided intelligence back and forth, and it was from this very island. There was a stone, by the way, where dispatches were kept underneath the stone on this island. This is the very island where they uncovered the plot against that Benedict Arnold was hatching against the United States, against the Americans at West Point, which of course got him arrested. He was providing this information to Major Andre, who was caught up in Tarrytown. And so that whole plot was uncovered as a result of the spy operations taking place here at Shooter's Island. And there was so much other information that was provided Washington from Shooter's Island. Now, during the 19th century, Shooter's Island continued to operate as a hunting facility, but then with industrialization came more and more shipping and oil, and it developed into a shipbuilding facility. And the most famous shipbuilding facility that you'll find at Shooter's Island was the Wallace County Yacht Building Company. That yacht building company produced some of the most beautiful yachts that have ever been produced in the history of the world. And perhaps the most famous of all was the Meteor 3 that was built for Kaiser Wilhelm II. And the Prince of Prussia made a visit and met with Teddy Roosevelt and a great many other dignitaries. There were about 2,000 people who showed up in 1902 for a big ceremony. And, Alice Roosevelt christened the Meteor 3.
No, train rush. This is not recorded.
Built specifically for Kaiser.
We're live. I'm just letting the tour guide speak.
The United States was still very friendly in Germany. Many other beautiful ships. There's one that still remains, and that's the Shenandoah, and it's operating in New Zealand. You can track that on the internet. But many of the other ships that were built, the Atlantic, which broke the record for transatlantic sea crossings, speed record. The Atlantic was built here. This was a very prestigious facility. In time, of course, with the advent of World War I and 1920s, this was needed as an oil facility, and a great many different oil companies, including the Tidewater Company, which was eventually taken over by Exxon. There's too much detail there for you to absorb. But in time, many of these ships and some of the ferries, you can see some of the abandoned docks of Shooter's Island are just rotting away. The island itself. The island is 43 acres large, and most of it is owned by the state of New York. A portion of it, the northern portion of it, is owned by the state of New Jersey. It became abandoned. Today, it's run by the Raritan Society. It's a bird sanctuary. The birds are doing very well. The ducks, there's a rock. There's an old ferry that was called Minerva that's on the other side of the ship. It's still rotting. Shooter's Island is one of those places that has given itself over to nature again. And there's talk of sort of getting one of those docks. There's a lot of debate about that, what actually should happen. Now take a look straight on your bow to the starboard. You can see the Singer factory. Now we're looking at Elizabeth, New Jersey. The original name for Elizabeth was Elizabethtown. And this was the first capital of New Jersey. Elizabeth was named after the wife of George Carteret, whose name was Elizabeth. So it has nothing to do with Elizabeth. Elizabeth Port is a very, very important city. It's great. And I mentioned to you that Elizabeth Port is the place where Washington, when we traveled up for his inauguration in 1789, made his way to Elizabeth Port, and then rode by rowboat over to Manhattan. The coxswain of that rowboat was Robert Richard Randall, the man who established the sailor Snug Harbor. And of Alexander Hamilton's great interest in maritime affairs. A lot of these folks are interconnected, and certainly very grateful to those people who had contributed to the maritime success of the United States. In any event, this Singer factory that you can see was the first really large factory in the United States. When it opened in 1873, it accommodated 6,000 workers, and it would reach a maximum of 10,000 at its height. Now, Singer did not invent the sewing machine. Singer perfected it, made it much more efficient and faster. And he was quite a character. Apparently had 24 illegitimate children during his life. He had marriages that he forgot he did.
Good to see your friendship life.
Was a really, really flamboyant character. He used to walk around with kind of yellow suits, sort of like Cab Calloway or something. But he was a genius when it came to sewing machines. And of course, I'm sure many of you on board here have a mother, or perhaps yourself, were, using a Singer sewing machine. I know, one of my great childhood memories, seeing my mother at the Singer sewing machine, and she just made absolutely everything imaginable. And it was an important part of American life. Now, that factory closed down in 1982. And it really took the stuffings out of the city of Elizabeth. I want to mention to you that
Kind of
down
going
the
north.
bay a bit from Elizabeth, but in Elizabeth, there was the Crescent Shipyard, and that was run by a man named Nixon, who developed submarines that were built by John Holland, the great inventor. Eventually, those submarines were tremendously successful, and the Japanese, and the Russians, and the Germans were all buying submarines made by John Holland. And eventually, that company moved to Connecticut, to Groton, Connecticut, and is known, of course, today as General Dynamics. So it really gets its first start as a submarine company here in Elizabeth. Anyway, I want to mention to you that when they closed that Singer factory, it really hurt the city of Elizabeth. So many people depended on their social life, as well as their cultural life and economic life for this company. And Singer went into aerospace. They really stopped their focus on making sewing machines, and they gave Elizabeth a very, very big obstacle. But as you can see from the waterfront here, and this is the Veterans Pier, and we have the Marchante Pier. These were veterans of the Afghan War who were killed. They were residents of Elizabeth. They have done quite a lot to develop the waterfront of Elizabeth. I think a lot of people don't realize what a nice city Elizabeth is. A lot of New York City people who tend to not know a lot of things beyond Manhattan. When they see Elizabeth and they see the pollution of the Bayway petroleum facility of Linden, which is near Elizabeth, and they tend to think that Elizabeth is just some sort of hellhole, and they don't realize that Elizabeth is really a very nice place, and it has some great neighborhoods like Frog Hollow and Westminster, and really some beautiful areas, and it's getting better and better. It's benefited tremendously from the Jersey Gardens, from money that it's been making with the container port, from the Newark Airport. Now Newark Bay, of course, is very, very important to Elizabeth. And as you can see, things are definitely looking up. Now, on our port side, we have the Howland Hook facility. This was originally Port Ivory. This is where Procter & Gamble had its headquarters. And by the way, I just say that there's some really nice Portuguese, Spanish restaurants in Elizabeth, and I've been to one. I've been to quite a few of them, and it's a very interesting at night. If you come over to this Veterans Pier and visit one of the restaurants, and then see all the lights that are at Howland Hook, it kind of looks like it looks like you're in some sort of outer space configuration. It's very interesting. And if you ever come here at night, you'll know exactly what I mean. Now, Howland Hook was developed by the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey as a terminal facility, and it's been immensely successful in that respect. This is, you see this bridge here, which ceased operation in the 1990s on our right side, and that's the Elizabeth River, which goes up to Irvington. And but taking a look at these gigantic container facilities, the success of this Howland Hook facility has been rather great. And things are the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey is an organization that is chartered authorized by both New York State and New Jersey, and it's a way of dealing Port authorities let alone great things. They operate our airports. Newark Airport, which I didn't mention, has Newark Bay. Newark Airport is was really the first
it, guys.
Now, eventually, Guardian got so angry that New York City didn't have a major airport that he kickstarted construction of what became the airport. That's another story. We're now looking at the vertical lift bridge, Arthur Telford vertical lift bridge. This is a railroad bridge that connects Staten Island to New Jersey's Caddell coast. And you can see Orco, which is a recycling company, recycles fuel, and very successful endeavor. And here, this chemical coast, of course, not one of the more attractive features of New York City, but certainly one of the nuts and bolts that makes New York City run. The original lift bridge that you see here was constructed in 1888, and this particular bridge was built in 1959. This was the only land connection between Staten Island and New Jersey until 1928 when both those bridges were built. And it carried the Baltimore, Ohio.
And Nadine Smith with a $5 super chat. Nadine, thank you so much for the very generous $5 super chat. Thank you so much for joining today's $5 club. Much, much, much appreciated. I try to bring it every time as we get ready to pass underneath the Goethals Bridge.
By the same company that built this vertical bridge. And here we have it rebuilt. By the way, this vertical lift bridge became the route of Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip when they made their very famous visit to New York City for the in 1957. They traveled from Washington D.C. and sort of went the back way. This was for security reasons, because there had been a lot of terrorism, and they made their way over that bridge into the Staten Island ferry into Manhattan, and that's something that's celebrated. Now we're under the Goethals Bridge. Goethals Bridge is named after George Washington Goethals, who was the chief engineer of the Panama Canal, and very, very respected operation. Great successes in American engineering. And so this bridge, as I said, was built primarily to facilitate what they expected to be traffic that would lead to the airport, Newark Airport, that of course it would serve in that capacity. And you don't realize that Newark was the fourth most important economic urban center in the United States. It had everything. It had a subway system. It had a great apartment stores. Broad and Market Street were the busiest intersections in the United States. So Newark was really a big-time city back then. And of course, post-World War II situations, urbanization changed the status of Newark considerably. But I think we should associate the Goethals Bridge with Newark Airport, and this particular bridge, which its towers are not that high, and that's because of the airport. So for safety reasons, it's a good idea to minimize the height of the tower. Planes can simply hit it and cause damage. Now, the body of water that we're on is the Arthur Hill, and Richmond, Kill Van Kull is the land beyond the bridge. This is the who was a chief farmer. At one time, the island was owned by Thomas Dongan, who was the English governor of New York.
And we got a ship graveyard coming up in a little bit, guys. Get ready for it.
His name has remained associated with this.
We're now at Prall's Island, if you couldn't hear.
That has also given way to wildlife. Grows from Newfoundland all the way down to Oregon, and it's one of the great nutrients that's used and very, very big and actually very profitable. So Prall's Island is that I think a lot of people to see in New York City. Shooter's Island, Prall's Island, quite an interesting history. And here we see on the right side one of the gigantic Amazon facilities that distribution centers, and as we look down Elizabeth and then Linden is sort of built behind these buildings. Linden, New Jersey, which you don't really see much of anywhere in Linden on this trip. But I would like you to know that Linden is considered to be perhaps the most polluted city in America because of the Bayway refinery. The refinery stopped operating in Bayonne, but continued to operate in Linden. And Linden itself was settled by Germans in the 1830s, and the linden tree is something that's quite to Germans. I mean, they've written symphonies about lindens. Lindens have, if you were married under a linden, you were married to supposed to last forever. It's a tree. They actually lost it for the tree, and the Germans put linden. By the way, when we do our tour of the East River, we'll see Rossville Island and the Southern Harbor, which is the FDR Memorial, has linden trees. Also, considered to be very good luck. So Linden, New Jersey, attracted a great many Germans. It attracted, since the Germans loved music, it had a lot of music shops. And it had music box companies. That was the big entertainment for a lot of people. And then music box companies evolved into record companies, and it became one of the America's leading record producers. And Linden has a very large, today, Polish population. And it's a population, you can see they have a lot of great Polish stores in Linden. And anyway, a lot of these towns that you might ignore generally because they don't look so good for the Jersey Turnpike are actually worth investigating. And they have
Good to see everybody. If you're just tuning in, we're circumnavigating the entire butter of Staten Island today. Rahway has a place you can visit called the Merchants and Drovers Tavern, which is a very good tavern that was kind of a stop in Philadelphia in the very early 1700s, and it accommodated over 20 people. You can visit that in Rahway, right next to Linden. There's a lot of interesting things to see in Linden and Rahway, which has been developing like crazy. There's a lot of people who had the opportunity to stay in a rehabilitation hospital in Elizabeth during the COVID period. And it seemed like every other nurse owned a house, either in Rahway or Linden or whatever. And I was thinking to myself, these kids in New York City who are paying ridiculous amounts of rent and don't own anything, just picked up speed a bit, everybody. Everyone's getting very excited about the bus of speed. No, it's anchored along the shore, right? That's what we had to speed us there. Okay, now we slow down a bit, so we can get a good view here of the, that's the old incinerator right there.
We're coming down here now, going along here, you know, you see a number of these tugs and the chemical facilities, storage facilities, right, this is the place where these things need to be done. The shipping in Newark Bay container facilities are the most important on the east coast of the United States. And so a great deal of New York metropolitan depends on the shipping that takes place in these container ports. You know, a lot of the facilities over, they used to be located in Lower Manhattan. Used to be located in Red Hook and Brooklyn. But as they develop container facilities, they need a great
You can see the hills behind this incinerator here. That's that is the garbage dump right there that is being turned into a park.
And they were able to provide these excellent facilities for the expansion of the container, which has just mushroomed over the decades. Fresh Hill Park, State Park. Now, back next to Robert Moses. Well, Robert Moses is controversial person. There's some great things, some things and certainly didn't seem to be any friend in Staten Island. I think a lot of people would agree with that. A lot of folks in the Bronx are not too pleased with the island. The Bronx River, a lot of places. I'm originally from Bainbridge, Brooklyn, and I can tell you they'd like to have Robert Moses again in Bainbridge.
That's very true.
Those did good things too.
Fellow tour guide from Bay Ridge.
But maybe this wasn't one of them.
So this is all the garbage dump. Everything you see here is a Fresh Kills landfill. See that big hill down there? That's all garbage right there. Taller than the Statue of Liberty. tuning in. Welcome on into the show, everybody. As we make our way around Staten Island. We're now in the whole hill. This whole garbage right here. Greatest view of garbage you're ever going to see on a live stream right here. All of this is garbage. He says 3 times the size of Central Park. I heard it was 5 times the size of Central Park.
Pop up here for us or some turkeys.
Eventually this will become a park. Some of the vents, drains for the garbage here in the hill. It's a very green heap of garbage. So it's underneath a plastic membrane, and then they put topsoil on it, and then they put grass on top of that. Garbage juice, everybody. Look at it. It's garbage juice right there. Staten Island garbage juice right there. I think Jimmy Hoffa is buried here, boss. I think you're right.
I don't think it's all over.
A dumpling Starrett City, yeah. That's all the runoff coming down there. It's incredible that we built this thing. It's incredible what humans have done. And if you were in New York City between the 1990s and 1948, your garbage is probably here. Yeah, Michelle's a beautiful ride so far. Now we're coming up to the part that I cannot wait to show you guys. Here comes the abandoned boatyard.
Unsurprisingly, they worked with German intelligence during World War I, and they actually helped provide some of the intelligence that made possible the explosion at
Blacktop Island
in the United States. Blacktop explosions, which were probably caused by German saboteur agents, operating in conjunction with some of the Sikhs here from Carteret, worked their mission successfully. It was one of the biggest man-made explosions in the history of the United States, and broke buildings as far north as 155th Street in Manhattan. I'm going to turn you over. I'd like to mention to you now, this is a very, very interesting part of our tour. This is the, they have various names, the Ghost Fleet, the ship graveyard, and that's on the port side. There used to be over 400 vessels, both ferries, tugs, and it's now it's the Shipyard. And now it's the Don John Shipyard, and it's in the Rossville section. And we're happy to have with us today
see everybody. Well, thanks for tuning on in. We're circumnavigating Staten Island this afternoon now. Going into the show, everybody. So we're looking at all these amazing abandoned boats here. Incredible shots here. And hopefully one day we'll live stream this from the other side, but I have never seen this from the water.
So right here, right past the Shipyard, these two large LNG tanks that are currently
Downstairs and tell her.
Robojacks, more than welcome. Gonna be here for another 90 minutes or so. Liquid natural gas tanks right there. Evidently and obviously probably unused. E-Bike Mike, back to St. George. We're going all around the whole island. We began in St. George, we're going to end in St. George. Roger, amazing views that even I've never seen before. Well, it's zoned for industrial use, so we'll see what happens in the future, friendship wise. Deborah, we're going around Staten Island on the C Street. It's a special tour by the National Lighthouse Museum. First time ever on YouTube somebody has gone around Staten Island. Oh, there was an explosion here in the 70s. Yeah.
Very upset by that explosion. But took place. I want to mention a few things about Rossville. Rossville named after
A very different view of Staten Island, absolutely.
He was a mariner who built a gigantic house that was a castle that was modeled after Windsor Castle. And it sadly was knocked down at the end of the 19th century. One of the most famous aspects of Rossville, which had the name of Blazing Star. Blazing Star was named after a tavern that used to exist. And there's a Blazing Star cemetery right at the edge, actually right near where you saw that ghost boat. And I have to tell you that one time I went over to that area to take some pictures of the ghost boat. I was actually on public property. But the folks who run that facility and come to either Newark Bay or Raritan Bay, it was a little scary. It's right next to the Bermuda Inn. And the Bermuda Inn was the home of the Mercio family. The Mercio family I mentioned to you before, Joshua Mercio, who was very strongly connected with the intelligence operations at Shores Island. Actually ran some taverns. Taverns are a great place to get intelligence information. And he wrote back and forth with George Washington. Washington was very interested in what was going on, as I said before, in New York City, getting his information from Mercio, and his son was also operating in this ring. And anyway, the Mercios continue to operate, to own that house, which is now operated by the Bermuda Inn. And Peter and Martha who lived there, they were both abolitionists. And, you know, there was a lot of splitting of families during the Civil War. People who were predominantly Southern viewpoint. And Peter and Martha were very much abolitionists. That made them sort of like shame.
Going a little bit back into the wind. Had a little bit of a signal blip. You might need to restart the stream. It was fuzzy. Welcome on into the show. We're welcome over Seastrand. Going around Staten Island. Yeah, Cliff, we're going into a bit of wind right now, so it might be a little bit tough to hear the guide. But we're talking about the community of Sandy Ground right now, which was a community of 3 African Americans during a Civil War era. But it's roughly in this area right here that we're looking at right now. The first time anyone on YouTube has ever circumnavigated Staten Island. Got a great view of fresh kills now. Big mound of garbage off in the distance over there. Pretty cool. So look, you can even see Manhattan. Look at that, that's the city right over there.
Bay had some of the outstanding oysters that were served as restaurants.
But John Coppola, I'm glad you're enjoying the cruise today. Make our way around. Uh-oh. There goes the microphone. I'll see you later, Ian. If you're just joining us, hit that thumbs up. Lets me know you care. Let more people find this. We're circumnavigating Staten Island about halfway now in our journey so far. Just about halfway. Just about halfway on our trip at the moment. You're going to be having issues with that microphone cable. It sounds like. And whoever's speaking is speaking very lightly. So I'll do my best to kind of pass along what they're saying. To be honest, I have no idea what she's saying right now. And Darren, thanks for following us on the marine traffic website there. Darren knows exactly where we're at right now. It's some more abandoned ships over here. Look at this. And I think we've lost our audio feed downstairs. Yep, we have officially lost the sound from downstairs. Somebody messed with the wire, so we have lost our tour guide downstairs. So I'll do my best to. I know those mic sounds. Don't you love it, horse lover? Are you enjoying the boat ride there, Activity 79? Me too. We gotta thank John Lohr for this. He gave me the heads up on this little tour that was happening today, and I looked all over YouTube this morning. Has anyone even done anything close to this? And no, this is the first time anyone on YouTube has ever done this, live streaming or not. So this is pretty cool. We're making a little bit of YouTube history right now with the first ever circumnavigation of Staten Island. So we got some more. Oh, these are ships. These are like some ships here. Some old wooden ships right here. This is the old industrial waterfront here. See the shapes if you look closely. Modern, well, maybe some moderately ancient ruins as we make our way around Staten Island. That's right, RoboJax. Good entertainment. It's a cool tour, Micah. Absolutely. I'm glad you're enjoying. Thanks for tuning on in, everybody. As we come up to the outer bridge crossing. It's so peaceful on this side of Staten Island here. This is pretty incredible. That what you're looking at behind me, the state of New Jersey, and in front of us, Staten Island. This is the west shore here. As we continue up the Kill Van Kull. Good to see you, British Grey. Welcome aboard our Sea Streak. Making our way around Staten Island. It sounds like we lost our audio from the tour guide downstairs, so I'm going to do my best to let you guys know what we're looking at. I like how the housing development kind of hides right there. Yeah, very calming ride as we make our way around Staten Island. See you, Jazz Dog. Welcome.
Alexander Liddell, which is
tour guide speaks a little low.
The Newark Bay Bridge, which used to exist, connecting Lisbon and Bayonne. The outer bridge is named after the first director of Port Authority in New Jersey, and his name is Outer Bridge. And this is the same outer bridge as Mary Outer Bridge, who brought lawn tennis to America.
It's kind of funny that the name of the family is Outer Bridge.
And they call it the Outer Bridge Crossing because you don't want to call it the Outer Bridge Bridge. It sounds funny. So they came up with the name Outer Bridge Crossing. This is provided a means of getting to New Jersey from Staten Island and bypassing what had existed as a ferry boat between Tottenville and Perth Amboy, which we're approaching right now. And it was a ferry boat that ran in the 1700s, right up until 1863. It actually lasted very long after the bridge. One of the things I have to say about the bridge crossing is that it will probably fall the record. I did mention, there's so many things to mention, when we went underneath the Bayonne Bridge, about the remarkable success that they had raising the Bayonne Bridge, 50 feet, from 151 feet to 850 feet, which provides clearance for the vessels that now
No, it's a little bit rough to hear with the wind. I understand that.
Which is actually a direct outgrowth of this Caddell Construction Corporation. By the way, Caddell Construction Corporation built Interstate 80. They built that famous Ferris wheel that existed in the hemisphere, oil tires. They built the Great Parkway Bridge. They're an amazing construction company based in Nebraska, and they received fascinating Perth Amboy was, because all you see, it's kind of like trying to judge Elizabeth from the New Jersey Turnpike. You don't realize how historic and huge these places are when you just scoot around. If you could have taken the ferry boat, you would have known, you would have gone to the heart of Perth Amboy. Perth Amboy was a great settlement. Over here live oysters, fishing, and just out of Raritan Bay. It's a Scottish settlement. This was the first Scottish settlement.
Oh, wow, okay.
First Scottish
The jet skis decided to stop in front of the damn boat. That's pretty funny. That's really funny.
They picked a beautiful location.
Wow.
A nation. The town in Scotland is also Perth, Australia. And there's Amboge means flattened land. And so Perth and Amboge, eventually that becomes Perth and there's a very familiar story.
These guys are kind of like going all over the place here as we make our way around Perth Amboy now into the Raritan Bay.
It's from Perth Amboy.
Yeah, it's pretty neat, horse lover.
tells a story about middle of the night, wondering what's the name of that town has tornadoes. And he asks his father, who thinks he's gone crazy, what's the name of that town? Ivory, Massachusetts.
Beautiful homes as we round the tip of Staten Island right now.
That town becomes the inspiration for the secret life of Walter Mitty, the family that was made by Danny Kaye. And in the very beginning of that movie, you see Danny Kaye driving away from Perth Amboy, acting out his fantasies of what he's going to do for the rest of his life. Anyway, Perth Amboy, the British had an earmark as a great port, and they were built as such. And they had some success. But the revolution got in the way. There's so much history to share about them. And you see just this here, Tottenville, Staten Island,
Alright, so this is Tottenville we're looking at here. We're going to be able to see the conference house. Maybe not, but conference house, a very historic spot during the Revolutionary War.
Many structures that were recently used in surroundings, so it could be fireproof. Because that's because the Staten Island side have play underneath. So it's
Some amazing homes here. Yeah, pretty much own private beach, private launches. Pretty amazing.
Take a look on your right side. That's a Perth Amboy, 1904. That was the ran back to Tottenville, originally was Bentley. And unfortunately, as I said,
sorry about the wind noise, guys. Speaking a little low so the people can hear the tour guide around us.
I'd seen that. My father took me to things like the ferry boat.
But yes, the sun is out, we got blue sky, and clearly it's going to rain today. As you can see, we have heavy rain coming into New York with these blue skies here, and spotty clouds. Beautiful homes here. I'll take that house up there on the hill right there.
Slave trade, a vigorous slave trade.
There's our pavilion right there.
The conference house.
So the conference house is right there, beyond those trees right there. Conference house. Look at the history of the conference house. It plays a very pivotal role in the Revolutionary War in August 1776 and in the months after that.
That's the little boy you see
We're gonna get a little glimpse of the conference house right now. There it is, right there. From about that time, friendship lights. From about that time. Legitimately one of the oldest structures in all of New York City. And a spot that we have to live stream in the future. Yeah. John Lord said, good fishing. Good fishing right there. So Cliff, check out the National Lighthouse Museum website, because they got a ton of these little tours here throughout the season. So check out their website. All right, so we're coming out. Coming out into the ocean side here to the
And he stopped to see his son
What's going to be cool is we're going to come around the tip here, and I'm going to see where I live in Coney Island in a moment. Oh, and they're building looks like they're building some rock jetties out here. I'm seeing some sea breaks here. They're building some sea breaks out here. I did not know these were in construction.
Massachusetts to be trade calls. And they humiliated so much and trying to convince millionaires they spent all night talking. They were never to have the same relationship again.
Thank you. Thank you, Neil,
He was arrested.
for the link as we round this southernmost tip of the Five Meadows of New York. Also the southernmost tip of New York State.
It's a very sad spot. The two of them split over.
I don't think anyone's ever live streamed this right here. Yeah, words up, even I can't make out what he was saying. So, I didn't really see to it. So way off in the distance there. Way off in the distance is Coney Island as that speaker wire gets messed up again. The thing I traveled all the way over there now. See where those tall buildings are way up in the background? That's where I came from. It's incredible, it's incredible how far I've traveled today. Mike, sorry about that. It's the wind noise, guys. It's the wind noise. Sorry about the wind noise, guys.
Some shady characters
Raritan Bay right now.
That's Port's Point. That's the Wisconsin Glacier. And there's the Princess Bay Lighthouse. Princess Bay was known for its oysters, serving the finest restaurants in we're in the Raritan River is on our starboard side. The river connects all the way to the Delaware Canal, which connects to the Delaware River, which connects to Philadelphia. So if material from Philadelphia to New York or back and forth, it's best to the Raritan River, one of the most polluted terminals.
Oh, there goes the audio. Oh, there it goes.
Sad state of affairs. Anyway, I turn you back to Colleen, who has more to tell you.
Yeah, guys, I'm not doing too much talking as we make our way around here. From time to time, we will be into the wind and whatnot, so please bear with the wind noise as we have another very low speaker on the microphone right now. I have no idea what she's saying. So we've come up around New Jersey, off in that direction over there, as we come out of the Raritan Bay and along the south shore of Staten Island. Yeah, Colleen needs to speak up, but just gonna have to try to figure out what she's saying using sign language. Yeah, she's speaking very quietly, considering she's on a microphone. I had no idea they were building these sea brakes here, though. Some really good guano on that island right there, it looks like. The boat's really rocking now. You can tell that we're in the ocean. On the ocean side now. She's speaking really quiet now. Now it's real. I literally do not know what. Oh, there it goes. Yes, e-bike life, we will be going underneath Verrazano. We're going completely around Staten Island. We started in St. George and we will be ending in St. George. Good to see you, JP. Good to see you, everybody. Looks like the boat is sped up. Rolling now, baby. Oh, and the kids are screaming. That's how you know they're getting excited. Any random comments, and John Laura's going to throw you overboard right now. Sandra Davis, welcome into the show. Thanks for following. Thanks for finding the broadcast. This is the first time ever any live stream or YouTube video has gone around the island of Staten Island. We're circumnavigating Staten Island right now. A very different side of New York City. Look at that house over there. Wow. Big cash over there, as John Lord says. Big cash. Oh, this is the area that John Lord fish. Okay, so this is where John Lord fishes, everybody. This is fishing grounds right here. Right, these houses are incredible. Wow. That's right. If you're watching at home or on replay, drink a nice cold Schaefer beer whenever you see a random comment in the chat. John Lord's gonna throw him overboard. Wow. These Sea Street boats, these are catamarans. These are really smooth ride. Nick, oh, did you see the bridge for a moment there? Yeah. So John Lord just told me that this is the area, if you didn't hear him, this is the area where all the seals congregate during the winter time. Look at Mount Loretto. Imagine this is New York City. Ah, I got a little peek of the bridge. Nice. We'll be making our way there as we come up towards the Prince's Bay, everybody. Be careful with all those emojis. Nightbot does not like the emojis. We don't want to use too many emojis. You can't fill up the chat with too many emojis there. And also all capital letters. And please understand that Nightbot is not a person but a computer, an automated system. E-bike Mike, absolutely. Boat's really moving now. We are really cruising. Take a trip down here. I gotta make my way down here. Oh yeah, there's the bridge. Little tease of the Verrazano off in the distance. It's a very smooth ride. Now look, we can see Coney from all the way over here. You can actually see the parachute shop right now. I think I came from all the way over there. That's where I started my day at 8 o'clock this morning. Whoa, as the wind pushes around the camera. I started my day right over there. Quite a long distance, and then right over here, more Brooklyn. Sandra Davis checking on in from the great Grotto of Queen. Thanks for tuning on in. We're going to go all the way out here. Really going out into the ocean now. Are we going to hit the lighthouse? Okay, nice. going all the way out to a lighthouse right now. This is amazing.
Shot of the original St. Patrick's Church,
We're going way out right now. Look at Lower Manhattan, way up in the distance here. I think you're right. I think that's where we're going right now. Yeah, it's gonna get choppy. It's not as choppy, but it's definitely a little bit windier out here. Definitely a little bit more cool. You're more than welcome, Horse. You're more than welcome, everybody. If you're enjoying this, you guys are more than welcome for the broadcast. We're just now officially off the south shore of Staten Island, making our way out to a lighthouse. The West Bank Lighthouse. Super zoom working in great. Look at that view of Verrazano Bridge. Incredible view. Cheesecake Tower also in the shop right there, number 9 decal. And that shot right over there. Downtown, the new skyscrapers of downtown Verrazano Bridge. And then we come on over, see a little bit of the cheese grater building and One World Trade Center in Lower Manhattan right there. Wow. Incredible views here. Anyone has ever live streamed this. This is definitely a first. Look at this view. Wow, unbelievable.
Raritan Bay, which really is a stunning place. Something I didn't mention. They have the America's oldest yacht club.
I don't think he can make it to Pier 60, the 69th Street Pier today, Mike.
I also want to.
Wow, look at that view of the Verrazano. I've never seen the Verrazano from this perspective before. It's incredible. It's incredible.
Still exists.
What a view.
Beautiful 4-story building. And every June, and I believe they're doing reenactment at the end of this June, I'm going to check the website. Reenactment of the arrest of William Franklin. And it's beautifully done. Christine and I have attended that. Nice people run the proprietary house. They have some fantastic actors who play Franklin.
And now we're
Patriots.
really off the coast here now. Oh, there's fish right there. There's fish right there. See, John Lauren knows where to find the fish. He's a fisherman, everyone. So you can see the fish bubbling up over there. I'm glad you're enjoying, JC. Thank you so much to all the channel members. This broadcast definitely brought to us in the quality that it's in, thanks to the channel members. So thank you guys. Wow, what a view. Look at this, guys. This is incredible. I think we lost our tour guide downstairs again.
I did mention this in part, that the British had really looked for Perth Amboy to be rival now of
Number 9 decal, the tallest building in Brooklyn, Verrazano Bridge to the right-hand side, Lower Manhattan to the left. See a lot of even all of Midtown. I've got some of the super thin buildings of Billionaires Row in the view right there. Incredible seeing this out from like some, maybe about 25, 30 miles. Incredible views from here. And I feel like we're going to Coney Island right now. Maybe he could drop me off at home. The birds are fishing, the people are fishing. Good fishing. We are going all the way out, guys. This is amazing. First time further away from the coast. The signal may bounce a little bit as we continue to get further and further from the coast, so you may need to hit that live button on the lower right hand side of the screen. Signal getting a little weird as we get further away from the coast.
I think some of the great aviators of New Jersey, such as Linden.
Oh, we got some serious fish. There it is. Some good fishing off the boat here.
So impressed. And you'll learn a lot there. They actually have pieces of the Hindenburg.
So water temperatures right now between 55 and 59 degrees, as reported by the Coney Island polar bears.
Now, if you take a look on your port side, you'll see the sad remains of what was Orchard Shoals Lighthouse.
The Orchard Shoals. This is where the cast iron lighthouse was, and I think Hurricane Sandy took it out.
Sister lighthouse of Romer Shoals. Romer Shoals, by the way, was just like it used to be at the courtyard of the National Lighthouse. It being where the National Lighthouse
This is the Shoals Lighthouse, or the site of it.
And then it was moved over to Romer Shoals, which is off the coast of San Diego. Old Orchard Shoals look very much like it. It was a lighthouse. So much beloved by the community of Three Kills here. Very familiar site. And Linda always tells the story that morning she got involved. And it was morning after the worst of Tropical Storm Sandy, which I think was
Hurricanes.
28th, 2012. And the entire
So Hurricane Sandy took out the lighthouse that used to occupy this right here.
destroyed. And the Staten Island Vance was calling asking for a comment. She didn't realize it took place. And very sad. Very sad. And so, what happened honestly is a 30-foot tideway that hit the Staten Island coast. And this tideway, I mean, once the pounding of the water burst the doors of that cast iron type lighthouse, and it gets inside, it creates this kind of washing machine effect. And if you've ever had a washing machine that's kind of freaked out, and it looks like it's something, well, just crazy. It's crazy. That's what happened with this lighthouse. The water doors created a washing machine effect, everything, and then the entire structure.
Hurricane Sandy did a lot of damage. Looks like we got a fire also over either New Jersey or I think over Jersey there. Look at that. So we're right now off of the coast of the South Shore of Staten Island. Smoke on the horizon as the wind really picks up.
Folks, I'd like to point out to you this lighthouse on our port side, and at bow, this is West Bank Lighthouse. Now,
There's West Bank Lighthouse right there. Oh yeah. Wow, that's a lot of smoke over there.
Very distinctive type of
West
tree.
Bank Lighthouse, everybody.
They can grow as wide as 100 feet, 100 feet in width.
Oh my gosh, what's going on?
And you can recognize it.
Wow.
And if there wasn't funding for lighthouses back in the 1700s, very often they would use distinctive trees such as elm trees.
Yeah, something's on
which are
fire. Don't know
considered
what
to be
though.
Good luck in Celtic mythology. They were considered to be sort of good luck and sacred. And on that site was eventually built the elm tree actual lighthouse in the
Coming up nice and slow over.
1830s, and then
Try to get a nice view here of the
there's
West Bank Lighthouse here in a
very
moment.
ugly lighthouse that replaced it, made of concrete, that's located at Miller Field, which I'll tell you about in a moment. And so what was needed was a light to coordinate with the elm tree and also with the Newark light, which was located on hills overlooking Newark and Miller Field. The Newark light had been built in conjunction with a number of other lighthouses that coordinated what's called a swash channel. And the swash channel, which was a major shipping lane that would take you over to New Jersey, parts of New
Yeah, that
Jersey.
is Brooklyn, Sandra. But honestly, do not know what's going on.
This West Bank Lighthouse was completed with a tremendous effort in 1900.
Wow, this is from 1900, everybody.
It looks like it's been extended. It's an unusual lighthouse in that respect. years after it was built.
Hello. Good to see you there, John Coppola.
Because it wasn't accurately connecting with Newark. And then later, Staten Island rearranged, which was built on Richmond Hill, near Lockwood Golf Course, and which was considered to be a major infrastructural means of navigation for Staten Island. So this was built to coordinate with both Newark, with Elm Tree Light, and then later when it was opened in 1912 with the Staten Island rearranged. So they moved it up 10 feet. They put thousands of tons of riprap, which is the foundation. They built these cast iron lighthouses in what was called a caisson style, and it's sort of screw driven into the ground, and that required an enormous
I know. What a view here. Look at this, guys.
riprap.
Unbelievable. Oh, that's where I live. I live right there. I live literally right there in Seagate. I could almost, I guess I am looking right at my house right now. Oh, look at this view here. Incredible view here. And Sandra Davis with a $10 super chat. Sandra Davis, thank you so much for the very generous $10 super chat. Thank you so much for joining today's $5 club 2 times today. Much appreciated. And John Laura appreciates it too. There it is. Thank you so much, Sandra Ann, with the big $10 super chat. Much appreciated. We're going really far out now, guys, so the signal may get a little weird as we go to another lighthouse, literally in the middle of the outer harbor here. Right, this is where the whales hang out, as John Laura says. But Sandra Ann, thank you, Sandra Davis, thank you so much. Damien C, welcome to the show. Mary, welcome to the show. We're making our way out to the outer harbor, lower harbor of New York right now. I can confidently say that nobody has ever live streamed this area before. You like my voice? Thank you so much. I went to Brooklyn College for communications. Took a radio course to get over my stutter. We're going way out right now. This is amazing. Here we go. Veronica Lynn, welcome aboard. The boats are rocking. No going out, I tell you what. Yeah, you can see. You can pretty much see the whole skyline from here. As we make our way out to this next lighthouse here, this boat really moves, man. Look at this view. We're on a catamaran. We're on one of the C Street catamarans that normally take you out to Atlantic Highlands, New Jersey, from Pier 11. So.
These waters. Now there's some there's other theories. The most substantiated theory for the name Romer Shoals is that this was a cartographer of German background hired by the British royal governor to chart these waters, and they had a lot of difficulties with beacons that had existed over here. The beacons kept on breaking down. They didn't have the substantial foundation. It's a long and sort of difficult story, but
Of course I remember WKRB because I was at WBCR.
That's it.
Brooklyn College Radio.
Problems with these beacons.
Me too, horse lover. I'm kind of amazed we still have a signal.
Let's put a real lighthouse here. They already had the testing lighthouse, so they didn't have to build one specially for the effort, but they did have to provide the riprap, the foundation, screw it in a piece-on method, very solid way.
If you want to get the cap that John Lore is rocking, go to the unofficial official merch store, End of the Line NY on Instagram. That's our friend, our good friend Max, who created that hat for End of the Line.
It's in a very fragile state.
So the link comes up periodically. I don't know if that particular hat is still available though. Check out the store website. And if you can't find that one, you'll find one pretty close. We are way off the coast now of Staten Island. Ibrahim, good to see you. Welcome. Oh, we're so close to where I live now. We are so close to Seagate now. It's incredible. Wow, the parachute jump is right there.
Museum. There's an area of rocks right in the courtyard that used to be the place where this lighthouse was situated. But so Rover Schultz is not operational, unlike West Bank. By the way, if you go to Newport Beach,
I mean, I can literally feel like he could drop me off at home. They could literally drop me off at Seagate right now. Incredible views here.
They've restored the light. Caddell confirms that it has been operational. Restoration of the light, and the structure is in great distress. And I think another storm could come in, but the light has been restored, thankfully. And by the way, you can see both of these lighthouses, West Bank and Rover Shoals. You can see very clearly.
So we're off the south shore of Staten Island, so we can see Brooklyn and Staten Island. Bronx is on the other side of the whole city from here.
Which is right off of Miller Field. And it's a great place to view both lighthouses and to appreciate their situation.
And I am not seasick. I have worked with a few different organizations that put on long distance swims. So I know how to, got my sea legs.
Ambrose is also responsible for building a lot of infrastructure, rail terminals in South Brooklyn.
Good to see you, Mish. Welcome. Just looking at the Verrazano Bridge. We're going to pass underneath it in a few minutes. Verrazano Bridge, gateway to New York. I am very surprised we can live stream this far out in the ocean. I think we're going to make our way to Hoffman and Swineburn Islands right now. No, I have not, Sandra.
collection of lighthouses.
I gotta get a view of my neighborhood here. It's too cool not to look at.
Of lighthouses from Maine down to Georgia. 250 lighthouses. And
Look at Coney from here. Wow. Really windy on this side of the boat. I give up on this side. I give up. It's impossible. It's like this. Look, the gimbal just gave up. The gimbal just gave up. It is really windy on this side. So far. Alright. Hoffman and Swineburn Islands are right here across the way here. Hoffman and Swineburn Islands is where a colony of American bald eagles are beginning to take place. We're really going right now. I can literally see my house right there, John. I'm not going to zoom in on it, but my house is right there. Alright, it's too windy to get the Norton's Point lighthouse in Seguine. Imagine trying to save balance. Yeah, right? John, if you're not used to it, John. There it is. I can literally see my house. That is incredible. I have traveled a lot today. Holy crap. Alright, so now Gravesend Bay over here. Harbor. Hoffman and Swineburn Islands right out there. So John, I don't know if you heard that. John Moore took a rowboat down shore to Island. That's been an incredible trip. Midland South Beach, right over here. We got that strong ass ocean. I can't believe the poor guy just talked about urban legend. The bridge was never supposed to be paid off. It's a dynamic structure that needs constant maintenance. Yeah, it's probably really great. I think we lost the sun as we made our way around. Sorry about the wind noise, guys. We are in the ocean, coming back into New York Harbor. This is the Verrazano Bridge we're passing underneath right now. Fort Wadsworth, Battery Weed, up to the right-hand side.
See, we have a lighthouse.
Activity 79, awesome, dude. Yeah. A little bit hard to contend with the wind noise up here. And now some more spectacular houses here on the shore of the Narrows. We're officially now in the Narrows, coming back into New York Harbor proper.
Bridge.
Isn't this incredible? Absolutely phenomenal. In full photography mode as we round Staten Island. Back at the St. George, now Staten Island ferry. totally taking out the gimbal right now, so okay, now we're slowing down. The gimbal can now readjust itself. Okay, great views here. Fantastic views, and officially of Staten Island, with a great bonus view of Statue of Liberty. Signal is going to be a little weird as we come around here, because there's quite a lot of boat traffic here, but the statue will come around to us. Right, now look at this, we came all the way from up there, Staten Island over there, Brooklyn over there, downtown Brooklyn off in that direction over there. See from the other side, the boat's going to turn around here, so. Here comes everyone. Liberty enlightening the world. Statue of Liberty. Liberty enlightening the world, standing at 351 feet 1 inch tall, the 7 points on the crown, for the 7 seas and 7 continents of the world. Created by shot right there if I ever saw one.
Very, very much at the center of the Liberty movement. And so it's
the torch is a new torch created in 1985. It's made of copper, clad in 24-karat gold leaf. The original torch is on a small little museum on Liberty Island, just behind Statue of Liberty.
The statue made of copper. But by the way, they had a lot of problems with this statue when it first opened. Lightning was all sorts of problems, and reviews in local newspapers were not terribly favorable, even though everybody loved the statue.
And RoboJax with a £5 super chat. RoboJax, thank you so much for a very generous £5 super chat. Thanks for joining today's £5 Club. Much, much, much appreciated. I'm happy you were able to join me too for the first ever live stream around the island of Staten. First ever live stream and YouTube video, actually, around Staten Island. Thank you so much, RoboJax, with the big £5 super chat. So the tour guide's talking about how people have not been able to access the torch since the explosion at Black Tom Island, which was a munitions depot just behind Liberty Island. Alright, the engines are coming back up again. We're starting to make our way back towards Staten Island now. Curious Raven, I'm glad you're having enjoyed our trip. The Duchess is not with me today. She's getting her costume ready for Mermaid Parade. I am solo, but you know, I'm not really alone. John Moore's with me. Alright, wind coming back up. Those bells that you heard, those were the buoys in the harbor. Get an idea of how fast we're going now. As we make our way back towards Staten Island. Bring the camera back over this way here. With an extremely generous $50 super chat. TK Porsche, thank you so much for the very generous $50 super chat. Thanks for joining today's $50 club. Much appreciated. New viewer, This has been tremendous. TK Porsche, thank you so much for that very generous $50 super chat. You're more than welcome for the great time. Make sure to subscribe if you're not subscribed already. But TK Porsche, that is very generous of you. Thank you so much for the very generous $50 super chat. Much, much, much appreciated. I'm glad you had a great time this afternoon. This has been a tremendous tour, so I want to thank everyone who's been watching since the beginning and who has left likes on the video and shared it out, and everyone who's super chatted. So thank you so much, guys. It is much, much, much appreciated. But TK Porsche, thank you so much for the very generous $50 super chat. Much appreciated. We're making our way back towards Staten Island now. Get one more view here of Verrazano Bridge here.
It was quite a fun thing to deploy. Every guest would read the east of those dots.
Looking back towards Brooklyn. Brooklyn off to the left-hand side. Brooklyn Army Terminal right over here. Coming back to Staten Island now. Lining up with our pier. This has been nothing short of a tremendous trip. Paul aboard, you're more than welcome, Paula.
Okay, so
I think we're going to be coming into our dock now. We departed from the NYC ferry dock right next door to the Staten Island ferry at St. George. Ken, you're more than welcome. TK Porsche, thank you so much for the very generous super chat there. This is the first time ever on YouTube we have gone around the island of Staten Island. We've done Manhattan, now we've done Staten Island. Oh, John Huntington, awesome. John, I'm passing by your house right now, John. It's right over there. Good to see you, John. Right, you see Staten Island a little bit differently now, right? Yeah.
For this area, St. George.
Now we are coming back.
Look, don't worry about it. We got a place to eat that.
This has been an amazing trip.
In history. And also, one other thing I didn't mention to you before, you see that...
the tour was $60 and worth every single penny. But this is very much sponsored by all the channel members, so thank you so much to all the channel members.
And that was part of landfill, you know, this area of Bayonne.
And also everyone who has super chatted, so thank you guys so much for sponsoring today's video.
Golf course.
It's getting hot again now, which feels really good. We were definitely cooling off as we come into St. George. And if you watch this from the beginning, you are now a part of YouTube history.
Okay, folks, we're approaching our stop here at St. George. Again, this is the anything you've got on here. This is where you get off. Please remain seated clear of all doors, stairwells, to the best of possible. Please stop at the dock. And this is St. George.
Absolutely. Sean, absolutely. I'm looking forward to John's photos also. It has been a tremendous ride. Okay, we're going to just bring it in. We're going to bring it in. We're going to...
Folks, I'd like to thank you for joining us today.
This has been a tremendous ride. Epic. And I can't thank you enough, John. This has been tremendous.
I always throw your things your
This
way.
is amazing. This was freaking amazing. This is YouTube history right here, guys. The first ever YouTube video around Staten Island. As we park into the NYC ferry here, the flyer right next door to us. Wow. So I want to thank everyone who has joined us for this epic ride around Staten Island. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to the Dutch Moz Family and Networks here on YouTube and on Instagram, all same name at Dutch Moz. And if you do subscribe to me here on YouTube, make sure you hit the notification bell, because I never know when I'm going to go live next. But from myself, John Lore, folks here at the National Lighthouse Museum, the C Street crew, and the tour guide downstairs, this is Dutch Moz signing off. Have a fantastic Staten Island day, whether you live here or not. I want you to hug your loved ones, cherish your moments, and good afternoon, good evening, and good night, Mrs. Calabash, wherever you are. See you guys soon. See you guys tomorrow. Ta-ta, folks. Ta-ta to you. Bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye.
Seven.